My name is Keras and I'm 16. I live in Sweden and I'm a high school student. In today's video, I'm gonna do a challenge and see how much I can make with dropshipping in 1 month. So to start off, we need a mentor, someone that is knowledgeable inside this whole ecom space. And that's because we can actually succeed in this challenge. So I decided to hit up a guy called Alex Chen. He's done multiple millions selling ecom products. And today he runs a successful ecom brand called Bright Sports. So yeah, he knows a thing or two. After joining his mentorship, we had to find a product. First of all, Alex assigned me his cousin Jing as my personal coach. Jing has done millions himself. So we immediately hopped on a call together and got things started. With Jing's criteria, we had to now find a product. Finding a winner and finding a good product is the hardest part. So for the next few days, I went absolute monk mode to find it. Now I finally found the fucking product, the vacuum travel backpack. Why did we pick it? Well, if you don't know me, I've done organic dropshipping in the past. And that's where you basically post normal, TikTok videos and try to go viral and people buy from your website. So since I already tested the vacuum backpack, we decided to try it on Facebook ads, which is basically the method they teach. But we picked the vacuum backpack primarily for 3 reasons. First of all, I already had the proven demand from organic videos. It had at least 3x markup. Actually, originally, I was selling it organically for under $100, but I saw competitors selling it with paid ads for $180. And I'm sourcing the product for $60, so that gives us a 3x markup, leaving room for ad spend and the cost of the goods. And it actually solves a real problem, which is basically that travelers don't want to pay for a suitcase and they can just bring on their vacuum carrying on. So after picking the product, we had to build the Shopify store. And here's one of the most important lessons I learned. Good design isn't about looking pretty. It's about building trust fast, such as high resolution images, clear pricing, and no fluff. That's what actually gets people to buy. And since I already had a website for the vacuum backpack, I just improved it using Jing's advice. And that's such as adding more high quality product images, since mine were actually really low quality. And the most important thing was to add more urgency, so people actually buy the product and don't click off to buy it on another occasion. So I spent the next 3 days perfecting my store even more. And also, after having the best suppliers that Jing gave me contacts for, I was ready to go. But one thing I learned though is that in order to get the best prices, you always want to negotiate with multiple suppliers, because 10 times out of 10, their first quote is likely much higher than what you can get for. So if you don't ask, you'll overpay for no reason. Since everything was ready to go, the last step before launching everything was to make the creatives. And we had to make at least 10 creatives with different angles, concepts, and formats, such as problem solution, product demo, UGC, testimonial, static ads, etc. The goal is to let Meta's smart-ass algorithm to figure out what works the best and instead of guessing. And obviously we also had to set up the Facebook ad account. And when it comes to that, it's super easy to get banned if you don't do the right steps, because likely Facebook will think that you're a bot, so you have to follow these exact steps. Jing told me that you had to use an old Facebook account because that's much more trustable than a new one. Also, you gotta warm up the ad account for a few days before launching your actual campaigns. So once that was done, I was finally ready to make some fucking money. We lost $1,000. Let me explain how we ended up here. If you guys remember, I tested the vacuum backpack with organic. So the main issue was I still had the organic offer on the fucking website. So I simply forgot to remove the organic $100 offer. So people that came from paid ads obviously chose the more, cheaper option. And that completely fucked up my profit options. So even though the ROAS, return on ad spend or whatever, looked good, we weren't actually profitable because of that. So always check your pricing and offers before launching paid ads. One small mistake can cost you hundreds, if not thousands. And after contacting Jing about this, we simply decided to stop running this product, since there were better opportunities out there as well. So now we only got 1 week left to make this into a successful challenge. So I had no time to waste and began doing product research again, following Jing's methods and his advice. One of the methods is, if you didn't know, you can actually optimize your TikTok page to only show you product videos. And that's by only searching for products and watching that content. So that's exactly what I did. Another method he taught me is to use an app called Kalo Data. And Kalo Data is basically every single TikTok shop product out there and data over every single TikTok shop product. So it's basically a cheat code. And bringing over products from TikTok shop to Meta is basically a golden opportunity, because most people don't do it and it's proven to work on TikTok shop. So it's 9 times out of 10 likely to work on Meta as well. And that's because no one has advertised the TikTok shop product on Meta, so Blue Ocean. So after grinding 12 hours straight, I was finally done and sent the product sheet to Jing. So we picked a product which had all of Jing's special criteria. 1. The product has to have at least 3x markup so that we have enough margins for advertising and cost of goods. 2. The product has to already, exist in the market for a while so that we know that it's proven to work for somebody else, so that we're not testing bullshit. And 3, we want to have some sort of advantage in terms of maybe country that our competitor isn't running the product in. So for example, my competitor, my product, the guy only ran in the US and wasn't running in any other country. So basically he left the whole UK for us. So we decided to run the product in the UK, which is basically an open market for us. So after grinding another few days on the store and on the creatives, this time we were profitable. Woohoo! So yeah guys, I've been running this product for around 2 weeks now, and I've made over $12,000 in revenue and over $3,000 in profit. And to show you guys that it's not fake, I even have the Shopify. As you guys can see, we started off at $100 budget, and then we just bumped up the budget along the way, and yeah, now we're at like 2k per day. And also, let's refresh for the haters. But yeah, not gonna lie guys, I probably wouldn't have made it without Jing and Alex's help. So especially a big shout out to Jing. So this shows that dropshipping still works in 2025, even if you're a student like me. But it all comes down to the right guidance and the information that you have. So don't let the matrix control you and determine your path. Anything's possible. And with this new product popping off, I'm going to continue scaling it. So if you have any questions about dropshipping or the coaches that helped me immensely during this challenge, drop them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.